Another terrible Spanish Grand Prix has come and gone, and did Lando Norris bottle the race? Well, I'm going to say it in this video, because we're going to be talking about the 2024 Spanish Grand Prix. It was a terrible race, as always. Spain never delivers, and good thing this was the penultimate race at this track. Everything I said yesterday, I take it back. Terrible race. I can't wait to go to Madrid. Now, obviously, the main question everyone is talking about, did Lando Norris bottle the race? He did bottle the race, but we'll talk about it when we get to Lando Norris. Because Max Verstappen won the race, unsurprisingly. Verstappen winning in Spain. 3 years in a row he's won. 3 years in a row, 4 times in total. Pretty much got the lead. Well, Russell got the lead, but once he got past Russell, never looked back. Comfortable in the end. Who knows, it was still only 2.2, but it was very much like Imola. Just controlled until the end. Did what he needed to do for Verstappen. Another win. Great result for him. Ahead of Bottle Job. I'm going to call him now. Bottle Job. Lando Norris, second in the McLaren. Bottled off to start. Terrible start. Went from first to third. Top behind George Russell for most of the first part of the race. And only got P2 out of it in the end. So, had Norris got the lead off start, he would have won the race. Simple as that. So, he did bottle it, Norris. And as a result, P2. It's another P2, but it's a disappointing P2 for Norris. Ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton is back, ladies and gentlemen. P3 in the Mercedes. 15 points. First podium of the season for Hamilton, which is kind of mad to think we're in June. It's the 23rd of June, and he's finally got a podium. So here we are, P3, first podium. 18 years in a row now he's got a podium. I'm guessing it's an extended record for Hamilton. Great result for him. Well, a different strategy compared to his teammate, but got the podium nevertheless, which I wanted to see, so very happy with that. To complete the podium, one of the good things about this race. Had a George Russell for some Mercedes, led off start, did have Fernando Alonso from 2011, I think it was, and 2011. Got the lead start, then did drop right to third. Had a good battle with Norris, but P4 in the end for Russell. Still decent result though for Mercedes. It was just roles reversed of Canada. Had a Charles Leclerc fifth for Ferrari. That's the best he could do was P5. Ferrari absolutely nowhere, so fifth place, the best Leclerc could do. Had a Carlos Sainz sixth for Ferrari. Not the best race for him. P6 in some race. That's where he started, so it is what it is. Did have a good battle with Hamilton. Did complain about it. Sainz loves a good complain. It's like the 4th or 5th race now he's complaining about something, but still P6. Continues his point streak at Spain. 100% point streak at Spain. 10 years of run now. That's very impressive to have 10 races in the points. And you're up. The same track is one thing, but Barcelona, your home race is another thing. Ahead of Oscar Piastri, 7th for McLaren. The average race for Piastri, just there. Went from 9th to 7th. Did the best he could. Had a Sergio Perez 8th for Red Bull. Back in the points for the first time since Imola. But still only 4 points. It's something at least, but still not a good weekend for him. Had a Pierre Gasly 9th for Alpine. Good race for him. Had a bad stop and still got P9. Couple of points. Good result for him in the end. Did actually lose a lot of time on that final lap. Lost 2.5 seconds, so I wonder if he made a mistake or something. And Esteban Ocon gets the final point in 10th for Alpine. Double points finish for Alpine for the first time this season. 1 point. Great result for him in the end. No, second time this season. What am I on about? Definitely the best weekend though for Alpine. 10th place, 1 point, so definitely that in the end. Ahead of Nico Hulkenberg, finishing in his favourite position, P11. Started 11th. No, started 13th, finished 11th. Last finished 11th. 5 times. It's actually mad to think that 5 times in the last 7 races he's finished in the same spot in 11th. That's the worst place to finish in F1. And P11 is the best. He did have a penalty in the end though for speeding in the pit lane. Not that it mattered. But P11 for him. Ahead of Fernando Alonso, 12th for Aston Martin. The best he could do is have a race. Alonso's had a really bad record at Spain recently. He's only got like 1 point to finish there in like the last 4 races, so it's not a good track for him at the moment. 12th place, that's the best he could do in the Aston Martin. That Aston Martin is not good right now. So 12th place was the best he could do. Not good in the end, but it's just Aston Martin really need to bring upgrades because they are struggling right now. Had a Drag 13th for Kick Sauber, decent result in the end. 13th, not too bad in the end for the Chinese driver. One of his better races in recent times. Had a Lance Stroll 14th for Aston Martin. Again, just there in 14th, just chilling. Is Lance Stroll. I had a Daniel Ricciardo 15th for RB in his 250th start. I didn't realise it was a 250th start until about 10 minutes ago. So 15th. I mean, that's not too bad considering how bad that car has been. Way ahead of his teammate. So 15th, not too bad in the end for Ricciardo. And Valtteri Bottas 16th for Sauber. Just bit of a bad strategy for Bottas really. As a result, 16th was the best he could do. Ahead of Kevin Magnussen 17th for Haas. Just there really again. Just Magnussen was just chilling. 17th, that's the best he could do. Had a Alex Albon 18th for Williams. Did have it off at the end of the race, but didn't matter. 18th. Best he could do from the pit lane. Head of Yuki Tsunoda 19th for RB. Terrible race for him, but just sums up how bad that weekend has been for RB. And Logan Sargent finished, all those were 1 lap down by the way. And Logan Sargent finished 20th in the Williams. 2 laps down in the end. Just chilling. And that's for the second time this season, no DNFs. And the second year in a row that the Spanish Grand Prix had no DNFs. This track can do one. It's honestly such a bad track. This whole weekend has been terrible for racing, let's be honest. If F2 and F3 is boring, the F1 I no hope. So pretty dead race when it comes to F1. Bring on Austria next week. Moving on to F2, as you can see, this F2, I say that was F2 was actually a decent race. This is the only probably good race of the weekend, if I'm being brutally honest. Jack Crawford won the race in the Downs, first win of the year for him, second F2 win, I believe, in general. Definitely one of his probably the best drive he's had. Was very much comfortable in second. Paul Aaron made a mistake. While she got over the undercut, he undercut Aaron, and Aaron made a mistake. And that result, comfortable P1 in the end for him. First win for him and Dams of the year, great result for him. Had a Franco Colapinto second for MP Motorsport, great race for him. Had a great drive, quiet race, but a great race in P2, another podium for him. Had a Juan Manuel Correa third, but Dams actually keeps this one. Penalties have been applied, he actually did keep this one, unlike yesterday where he lost it. Does get a podium, which is the main thing, and if you've got to lose a podium, then the sprint race is better than the feature race, because at least the feature race you get more points, so still a podium, great result for him on the alternate strategy. Correa loves an alternate strategy, and it works every time, so I don't blame him. To be honest, with his podium, had a Paul Aaron, fourth for High Tech, it is what it is, P4. Championship leader, did make the mistake, lost, well, 2 places as a result. But still P4, good roll of points, nevertheless. Had Isaac Agile, 5th for Campos, decent race for him. Only 1 place behind his championship rival, not too bad in the end in P5. Had a Kushmani, 6th for Invicta, P6, decent result in the end for him. I know it says Gabriel Bortoleto 7th, but he didn't actually finish 7th. He has been given a penalty and will finish 10th, so I'll come back to Bortoleto. Had a Zane Maloney, 7th for Rodin. Good race for him actually, from 17th to 7th. Not too a pretty good race in the end, so good roll of points for him. Head of Amri Cordial, 8th for High Tech, a great result for Cordial on the alternate strategy. Again, he likes an alternate strategy as well. As well, P8 and a good roll of points for him. Ahead of Pepe Martin, 9th for Campos, finally back in the points. At his home race, so not a bad time to do it. First points is Saudi Arabia. It's been that long, sprint race in Saudi Arabia. What was it, like 10 races ago or something? Not points. He had a lot of bad luck in that time, but he's finally back in the points in P9. As a result, gets a couple of points. Ahead of Gabriel Bortoleto 10th for Invicta. Got a point in the end, but obviously drama at the end, contact with Kushmani, and I believe he ignored team orders the whole last 4 or 5 laps. Mainly was asked if he could be by. He never got a response for us, so he never knows if Bortoleto actually was told that or not. But if he was told, he ignored it, and until the final lap where they collided. Luckily, they both continued, but Bortoleto got a fantastic team radio at the end, by the way. He was like, I think it was his engineer or someone else, and Victor was like, yeah, great job, mate. Great job, you did a great job there. Great team player. Sarcastically, obviously. Yeah, Bortoleto, if he wasn't having a good season, he'd be fired. I'm just saying that now. But yeah, P10 as well, only a point in the end. Not a good day in the end for Bortoleto. As you can see that Antonelli finished down in 12th. Behrman, 14th at Primo, again having a stinker of a weekend. Antonelli stalled on the grid. That doesn't help things. But I guess they go from there to 12th isn't too bad. He had 5 retirements in the end. Richard Shaw retired in the Trident because he felt like it. He gave up. He had enough. So there's Joshua Dirksen retired in the AIX with some sort of camera problem. He was actually thinking about it. Joshua Dirksen could have won this race. I'm not even kidding. He was 4 seconds ahead of Correa, and Correa finished 4 seconds behind Colapinto. Obviously, maybe not wins a stretch, but definitely would have finished on the podium. Dirksen, so that's actually pretty frustrating for him because he was having a great race. Some sort of recovery problem took him out. Taylor Bernard also retired in the AIX, which I would imagine will be the same issue because they both stopped on track. So not long. I think Dirksen was only like 2 or 3 laps after Bernard, so definitely probably the same issue. Then Victor Martin to Des Hauger retired on the European lap of the race after contact with one another. One of those odds for Hauger. Got off the track at turn 2. Should have just gone around the ball. Instead, tried to stay on the track and as well hit Martins. Both out of the race. Not good for both level for Martins. Just when you think his luck's going to change, it's back to reality, back to the bad luck for Victor Martins. Not good for him, but not good for Des Hauger. Moving on to F3, as you can see, Arvid Lindblad won the race in the Prema in the 100th race in F3 and becomes the first repeat winner of the season. Was 9 for 9, 9 for 10. That's result 50 winners in 100 races, which is, I guess, not too bad, is it? One in every 2 races, a new winner. Pretty good going. You know, Lindblad, very comfortable over front, got past Mansell and then never looked back. So great result for him. He brings himself back into championship contention. But obviously won the sprint race in Bahrain, so first feature win of the year, and a couple of ways to do it in P1, great result for him. Had a Christian Mansell second for ART, great race for him, another podium, another second place at a feature race, I think it's either the second or third time this season, so definitely loves a feature race podium. Yeah, P2, great result for him in the end, ahead of Leonardo Fonrolli, third for Tronic, great result for him, very much consistent this season, takes the championship lead as a result of that podium, hasn't won a race yet, but consistency is key, he leads the championship, complete the podium, had Oliver Goethe, fourth for Campos, good race for him, in P4, good roll of points, and yeah, good result for him in terms of the championship. Ahead of Luke Browning, 5th for High Tech, decent result for him, good roll of points, P5, not too bad in the end for him. Ahead of Nicholas Olive, 6th for ART, good result for him, in P6, good roll of points, great results for him. Ahead of Alex Dunn, 7th for Motorsport, another good top off a good weekend for him. Found him yesterday, 7th today, good roll of points, great weekend for him. Had a Dino Galovic, 8th for Prema. Again, not bad in the end for him, 13th to 8th. Gets these all the points. It was a damage rotated race weekend for him. Had a Noel Leon, 9th for Vadalsort. Another good weekend for him. A good race today. I've backed up with the sprint race yesterday. A couple of points for him here today. Had of Santiago Ramos, 10th for Trinidad. Okay race for him. Did finish outside the points, but got elevated to be 2 10th. And also gets a point at least. But it was a pretty tough weekend. First get a point in the end to complete the points. The top 10. Mario Boyer was the driver who got a penalty. I'm guessing it was a track limits penalty or some description. Actually, no, it would have been a 10-second penalty because he was actually the way he finished. I can't remember where he finished, but I think it was a 10-second penalty actually in the end for Boyer. Maybe it was 2 track limits penalties. I don't know. But yeah, not good for him in the end. 2 retirements in the end. Lawrence von Hoypen retired on the penalty lap after contact with Stenchorn. Both picked up punctures. Stenchorn didn't have it to the final lap, so he just crossed the line anyway whilst von Hoypen parked it. And Nikita Bedrin retired in the NIX with a few laps, 3 laps to go, I believe, after contact with Stuka. Stuka just slid into him, and he gets 2 damage for Bedrin, so not good for those two. And yeah, caps off a pretty poor weekend in terms of racing in Spain. You had the odd race or two was good, but for the most part it was pretty dead. So, luckily we do have one more year left of the Spanish Grand Prix at this track before we go to Madrid. Even if Madrid is terrible at 26, it's a new track, so that's something. But yeah, overall a 3 out of 10 for me for this weekend. But for the Spanish Grand Prix. So if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe for that. Obviously Austria next week, sprint weekend, so I get looking forward to that. Check out these videos, see if you see anything else on this channel, and subscribe right there. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.